So the developers of Power World have fought back, and they have basically filed a lawsuit against the company. Basically this is what happened, but they promise to fight back against Nintendo. You know, and fight for indie companies because indie game developers, they really struggle. Obviously, they're hard, they have to get the games out there. They don't have the billion-dollar company, behind them to protect them. And for example, Minecraft, was started by an indie company. Okay, it brings away the millions of gamers around the world. Power World is a surprise success this year for both gamers and us. We are blown away by the amazing response to this game, and we're working hard to make it even better for our fans. We continue to include Power World to strive to create a game that our fans can be proud of. As well, to understand the game developer to the lawsuit, we do our most to our fans to ensure that any game developers are not hindered in the scores for pursuing the creative ideas. We apologize to fans or supporters to feel any discomfort for our news has caused. As always, we thank you for your continued support of Power World or Pocket Fail to protect and defend indie game developers. Because again, this is pretty ironic that Nintendo is suing Power World because Nintendo was also sued all the way back in the day, if you do not remember, or if you haven't been on the internet, they were sued by Universal because Donkey Kong was a big ape and King Kong was a big ape. And they said, yeah, Donkey Kong is, there's nothing wrong with Donkey Kong. Okay? It is pretty ironic that Nintendo now is the big guy suing the little guy. Funny how that works. Funny how that history works. So basically, the Universal lawsuit, of course, all of us were been rooting for Nintendo because it was ridiculous for Universal, Universal to be picking on Nintendo. It was ridiculous. Okay? Because Donkey Kong is a gorilla. Okay? But then they realized that Universal does not own the rights to King Kong, as King Kong was public domain. Okay? And when a lot of people consider it one of the dumbest lawsuits in history, that Universal really thought they owned the rights to King Kong, and they realized, yeah, Donkey Kong is different enough from King Kong. It's not really copyright. Donkey Kong's just a normal gorilla, and King Kong's a big giant gorilla. Okay, as well. And now they'll do the same thing with Nintendo and Power World. Again, I'm not really familiar with Japanese law at all. I don't know anything about it, but I know Japanese law works very differently. But it was pretty funny that they back in the day, Nintendo was sued by Universal, and now they're doing the same thing to Pocket Pal. How the tables have turned now. Goodbye.